Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria and I hope you're all doing great. So for today's Dollar Tree craft with me, I will be making a fall sign. All of the items that I'll be using are from Dollar Tree. So the first thing are the chopping mats. Now I only need a very small piece of the chopping mat, and the last DIY I used these chopping mats and I had scrap pieces left over. I thought I kept them, but I must have threw them out. If you do use these chopping mats and you have scrap pieces, keep them on hand because they work great for little projects like this. But I'm gonna have to cut up this chopping mat. I have the Dollar Tree red truck rug. These rugs, if you haven't seen them, there were 3 different ones that the Dollar Tree brought for the fall. 1, the red truck. 2, there was a pumpkin that said, "Hey there, pumpkin." And then the 3rd one said gather, and it had leaves circled around the gather. And all 3 of them are equally as beautiful. And but I wanted to use the red truck especially for this sign. I also have 2 boxes of the copper wire LED lights. I have some black and white acrylic paint from Dollar Tree, as well as a Sharpie from the Dollar Tree. I have 4 of these decor signs here, and I was fortunate enough to find them all in black. So if I want, I could just turn the writing to the back and then I don't have to worry about painting these. But if I want the back to be completely solid with the black as well, then I'll just go ahead and paint over the lettering. So 4 of those. And then I have a sheet of Ready Board. Other than that, I'll be using my hot glue as well as some E6000 glue. And that's everything. So if you care to see how I put this fall sign together, then keep on watching. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to take my white acrylic paint and I'm going to paint all of the brown with the white paint. I really want the red truck to pop, so I think by painting that white, it really is going to stand out and it'll look really nice against the black frame. My paint is drying. I'm doing quite a few layers to get it to go white. I'm going to go ahead and glue my decor pieces together to make my outer frame. So here you can see how I've placed them. I have 2 that are in the center on the top and bottom, and then the other 2 butt up against them so that they become flush on the top and the bottom. I'm just going to glue those together using my E6000 glue, and then I'll just take a little bit of painter's tape to tape those together so that they don't, or they have a tighter fit. Once that is dry, we'll move on to the next step. Guys, so I've done a few coats of the white acrylic paint and I realized that I'm not going to get it super white. I probably could get there if I really took my time and did quite a few coats, or even if I had taped off the truck and then actually used spray paint to paint the rug, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually liking how there is a little bit of the brown coming through. I think it's really pretty, especially for fall. So I might do a couple more coats on this, but I'm not going to get it to the point where it's super white like the Ready board here. Now, while I'm waiting for this coat to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and take my super sharp X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut out the lights in the back of the truck. Here now I have my Ready board and my frame is laying on top. It's flush to the bottom and to the left hand side of the Ready board. So I'm going to go ahead and trace along the top and down the right hand side. Then I'll also go ahead and trace on the inside of the frame, but I'll only be cutting out the outer portion. So then I will place my Ready board aside, as the Ready board is going to be the backing of my wall decor piece, just to have a nice solid back instead of just the rug, which is more flimsy. I'll take my frame and place it on top of the rug. I'll center it to the car, and then I'm going to go ahead and trace the inside of the frame so that when I do cut my rug out, it will fit nicely inside of my frame. Gone ahead and cut my rug. Now I will say, if this is something that you want to do, you probably could cut your rug first. This way when you're painting it, and that is if you do want to paint it, you could just leave it as it is. But if you did want to paint it, then you're not wasting all that paint on the excess that you're going to be cutting off anyway. So now I'm going to be drawing some lines. I wanted to make this look like shiplap. Now I thought I was gonna get it white close to this, but it was just taking so much paint and I didn't have any spray paint on hand, or else I would have just taped off the red truck and spray painted it, because that would have worked really well. But I just decided that I'm gonna leave it at this. It's not as dark brown. There is a lighter brown color here. It is coming off a little bit darker on camera, because it does look darker through the camera, but it still has that warm feel, which I think will be really nice for the fall anyway. But you can see the difference here. This is the original, and then this is what I brought it to. So I'm still happy with it. So now I'm gonna draw some lines. I have an extra decor sign here. I'm just gonna take my Sharpie marker and I'm gonna draw lines so that it looks like shiplap. I was going to use my acrylic paint, but I think that's just gonna be messier, so hopefully my Sharpie works. So I'll start from the top and work my way down. So we're just about done here. So I've taken my rug and I've just placed it inside of the frame. So you saw that I did glue the ready board to the back of the frame and then just trimmed out that ready board all the way around. Now I need to trace where the lights are, because if you guessed it, I am going to be lighting this up. So once I've traced that, I'm going to remove the rug and then I will just cut out those lights in the ready board, and then I will take my chopping mat. I've already cut a couple pieces and I'm going to glue those to the back side of this rug just with my hot glue. Once I've done that, I then can glue my rug onto the ready board. I'm just about finished. All I have left to do is add my lights. So I've already gone ahead and gathered up the light strand here. So I just folded it over to make a little bundle, and I'm just going to place that inside of the hole that I cut out of the ready board. Then I'm going to just take a piece of tape, and I'm not going to glue it down. I'm just going to place it on top to hold that bundle inside of the hole. If I find that the tape is coming up, I can add a little bit of glue if I want, but this tape is pretty good in keeping it down. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the battery pack to hold it in place, and that's it. Okay guys, so here is my Dollar Tree red truck farmhouse wall decor sign made from the Dollar Tree red truck rug, and I absolutely love this. What an amazing size. It is really heavy duty and I just love it. I have it leaning up against my wall, as I didn't put any hardware on the back to hang this, but definitely if you wanted to, you could. I just feel that I probably will just be displaying it right here on top of my china cabinet, and it's fine just leaning up against the wall. So that is how I chose to leave the back. But I love this. It definitely is a large piece, and definitely it was so fun to make and very, very cost effective as well. I'm sure if you had to buy something like this at a home decor store, you would be paying a lot more than what I spent on making this. And it is really beautiful. I actually love the fact that it wasn't a bright white in the background, but it is much lighter than the original rug. And I do love that I did put those lines in there just to look like a shiplap. I think it looks really nice. I did have to end up using my black acrylic paint from the Dollar Tree because the Sharpie just wasn't making the line as nice as I felt it came out with the acrylic paint. So I am super happy with it. I love that I can light this up and just enjoy it in the evening as well as during the day. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed this one. I absolutely had so much fun making it and now sharing it with all of you. Well guys, that'll do it for this Dollar Tree craft with me. Again, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video if you can, it greatly helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love and appreciate it if you did. As always guys, you take care of yourselves, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.